On Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, the debt ceiling deal has passed a crucial test on Capitol Hill. The bill will now face a pivotal vote tonight on the House floor. And in New Albany, Indiana, a man is facing attempted murder charges after a shooting Tuesday. We have the details on who was involved and why the man opened fire. Turning now to the Crossroads in Victoria, an elderly woman was transported to an area hospital after a crash yesterday. Authorities say the woman is at fault. We have the crash details straight ahead.
Outside, oh yes, nice and bright out there. A few clouds you see there. A live view from Cuero, courtesy of the WeatherBug site there. Summer pattern has set in. What does that mean? Hot temperatures and rain shower chances. That's what that means. We'll give you the details coming up.
A local state champion is staying close to home instead of traveling cross country for college. We hear why in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
And I'm Trey Mining.
And today it's the 31st day of May 2023. The time is now 6:30 on your Wednesday morning. And today it's National Senior Health and Fitness Day. But it's never too early to start taking on those healthy habits.
I would say so, exactly. I mean, experts have said over and over again, exercise, good healthy diet. Something I'm still trying to work on here, both of those, is you can take a little patience, but trying to get there. That's very important for your health.
I know I definitely want to avoid having to get knee surgery.
Exactly. Do you want to avoid that? Definitely you can if you practice good health habits.
Good health habits, good heart health habits, and it's the end of National Stroke Month as well, Trey.
That's good, of course, so be healthy there.
And what's it looking like outside for us, Trey?
Well, looking like, keeping us smiling, I guess, with sunny skies, like a sunny smile there. And a few rain showers this morning, keeping the skies, few clouds out there this morning as well. Had a few rain showers earlier near Port Lavaca and the Seadrift area. Let's see if they're still there. I think they have dissipated this hour. We'll take a look at the radar here momentarily. 69 degrees here in Victoria. And 69-degree dew point, 100% humidity is what that equals. We're definitely feeling that on the outside. And seeing, here we go, a few rain showers. Had a few significant ones near Alamo Beach to about Indianola area and near Seadrift. They've pretty much have been evaporated away now. These rain showers try to come in, but there's a lot of dry air over the Crossroads region in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So they try to make it their way inland, but they just keep zapped by the dry air, and they don't make much of an advance inland, so we're keeping the rain chances at pretty much zero today. And a few rain showers you had along the coast. That's all she wrote for your day today, weather-wise, rain-wise it is. And looking at the temperatures currently in the 70s from about Victoria down to the coast, 78 degrees in Seadrift. Same thing in about Rockport and Port O'Connor. And upper 60s to near 70 north of Victoria, from Cuero area up there to near Hallettsville, Yoakum and Gonzales, and also Kennedy, Carson City down to Beeville and Normanna areas. So definitely a warm temperature morning and downright hot temperature tonight as you see the feel-like temperatures heading way into the 80s by the late morning, 90s or so by the afternoon time with air temperature near 90 degrees. So with temperatures, thankfully they're not triple digits, but they're still hot enough. Be careful out there, drink plenty of water if you have to be outside during the afternoon. More rain chances to come, looks like that'll be the case. We'll take a look at that in the full 7-day outlook before we go this half hour. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. The compromise bill to raise the debt ceiling cleared its first hurdle last night as the House Rules Committee voted to advance the bill to the full House, but it was close. The Rules Committee voted 7-6 to send the bill to the House floor. 2 of 9 Republicans joined Democrats on the committee to oppose it. A floor vote is expected tonight. The bill still needs to pass the House and the Senate. We'll go to Washington for more details on the passage later on Sunrise. An Indiana man is facing attempted murder charges after shooting a New Albany police officer Tuesday. 29-year-old Barry Souders opened fire on police officers after they were looking for him in connection with the prior shooting. New Albany Police Corporal Andrew Byrne was wounded and rushed to the University of Louisville Hospital. His injuries are not considered to be life-threatening, and he is reported to be in good spirits. Souders was taken into custody shortly after the shooting and is charged with 3 counts of attempted murder and resisting arrest. Growing anger in Davenport, Iowa in the aftermath of that apartment building collapse. Leaders say at least 5 people tied to the building are missing. 2 are believed to be inside. The demolition is on hold amid concerns another collapse is imminent.
Authorities fear a partially collapsed apartment building in Iowa could come crashing down at any moment as family members demand to know why the city cleared the building for demolition, even with some tenants still unaccounted for. Officials planned to bring down the building yesterday morning, saying search with dogs, drones, and thermal imaging showed no signs of life.
I have no known individuals are trapped in that facility.
But just before the demolition was set to begin, Lisa Brooks appeared at a fourth-floor window. Rescuers then pulled Brooks to safety more than 24 hours after the collapse. In a new interview, her great-granddaughter says Brooks was hiding in an apparent attempt to stay safe from the collapsing building.
I was just so afraid that I was going to die and don't see my kids, my grandkids.
And why wasn't she found earlier? I am totally transparent with you. I do not know.
Now, city officials are looking at how to safely conduct another search.
We're very sympathetic to the possibility that there's two people still left inside.
Ryan Hitchcock's family says it is unlikely he survived the collapse.
Ryan wouldn't want anyone else to put their lives at risk to, unfortunately, somebody who probably has not survived.
And Brandon Colvin's family also believes he is still in the building, saying his apartment is now visible from the street.
And up there where you see those clothes hanging neatly, that was his apartment.
Knowing that the city was considering demolishing this as early as today.
It's like burying them.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
There is currently no scheduled time to demolish the building. Leaders promise a thorough investigation into the cause. Police and EMS were called to a two-vehicle crash yesterday at the intersection of Blythe and Glasgow. Authorities say the driver of a 2006 Dodge Caravan sideswiped a truck as the two vehicles were driving past each other. Crash reports say the driver of the minivan, a 77-year-old woman, reportedly failed to drive in a single lane. The woman reportedly crossed left over the center line, and that's when the crash happened. The woman was transported to the hospital by EMS with non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities say the occupants of the truck did not need any medical attention. A truck driver says he was on his way to make a delivery when he noticed smoke and flames coming from the passenger side of his truck. The fire started just before 9:30 a.m. yesterday. The driver says the flames were coming from the back passenger side wheels. He said he was trying to make a delivery to a home in the 100 block of Fieldstone Road when he had to call 911.
When I turn around the block, I hear boom, and suddenly I start seeing on the back by my mirrors, and I see the smoke coming out of my tires.
The Victoria Fire Department says the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but appears to have started when the front brake drums locked, heating up the wheels and the tires. No one was hurt. This was a truck fire on Broadway Street in Port Lavaca Tuesday morning. The story brought to us by the Port Lavaca Wave. The fire was put out, but authorities did warn drivers traveling down Broadway to slow down and watch for emergency responders. The time is now 6:38 on your Wednesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The latest on the fate of the Luther Hotel.
One hurdle down and now another to go for the debt ceiling deal. I'm ABC's Justin Finch in Washington with the bipartisan backlash the measure is now facing hours before a House floor vote.
Take a look at this graphic here. High pressure in control of our weather here, keeping the temperatures pretty much near normal, maybe 1 degree or so below normal, maybe 1 degree or so above normal, kind of varying from day to day, pretty much near normal overall. Hot temperatures, though, for this time of year, they still continue to be hot with the summertime pattern in place. Full forecast comes up Good morning once again, meteorologist Trey Mining here. Let's take a look at the water vapor inventory. It shows you where areas of the atmosphere are drier as opposed to areas of the atmosphere that are a little more moist. It's currently out well ahead to the west. This dry air is still continuing to move on through the Crossroads region today. That's why I'm thinking that today's rain chances will be just about zero everywhere you go. Had a few rain showers along the immediate coast. That's going to be about it for the rest of the day today. But you see the motion is to the east, keeping that dry air flowing on through. One more dry day here. And you see it's moving fairly quickly off into the Gulf of Mexico. So this will be changing as we go through your day tomorrow especially. That'll allow more moist and unstable air in the atmosphere around here, giving us a little bit better rain chances to go towards your day tomorrow. So the dry air in place today, so keeping the rain chances pretty much at zero for our region here in Victoria. And looking at the future rainfall, well, not anything really expected today. Run this model all the way through the rest of the week. If you get anything at all, it'll be less than 1/10 of an inch as we work through your day on Thursday into your Friday. So rain chances will again appear, but we're not really amounting to too much rainfall-wise in the amounts. Your full forecast comes up one more time before we go this half hour. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. A state champion is looking to bring a new sports program to a local university. We have more on her in sports.
Patty Crossroads, a local two-time state champion, is deciding to stay close to home instead of heading cross-country to continue her powerlifting career in college. Instead, she has bigger plans. East's Alyssa Sauceda has dominated the state powerlifting meet the past 2 seasons by breaking multiple state records along with winning the state title in back-to-back years. She had multiple offers and even got accepted into Midland University in Fremont, Nebraska, which is one of the best powerlifting programs in the nation, but decided to turn them down for a local school. Her reason, to start a powerlifting program at UHV.
I like the environment. Like, everybody is so nice and happy to be there, and they're really helpful. They've helped me through every single step, like financial aid and starting this team and just walking through the campus. They're the best people to be around.
Sauceda is in communication with the administrators, the school body, and to trying to make her dreams come true, to create a powerlifting team and being a coach/lifter on that team to help lead them to a national competition. Well, that's your 25 Sports Now.
Thank you, Gino. All right, we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. Now to the latest on the debt ceiling deal. After narrowly passing a House committee vote, the measure is on track for a crucial floor vote today. Hardline Republicans and progressive Democrats alike are blasting the bill as the president and House Speaker rally their parties to back their deal.
With the threat of default looming and hours before the debt limit deal brokered by the president and House Speaker faces a pivotal vote.
Many progressives, including me, lean no.
Not one Republican should vote for this deal. Not one.
Many progressive Democrats and conservative Republicans are coming out against the deal, each accusing their leadership of making too many concessions. Still, the Republican-led House Rules Committee cleared the measure for a floor vote.
The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
The bill calls for suspending the debt ceiling until January 2025, clawing back $30 billion in COVID relief, rescinding $20 billion in IRS funding, ending the federal student loan repayments freeze in August, and adding new work requirements for some Americans on food assistance. The White House and House Republican leaders now sprinting to stir up support.
Our senior team made individual calls to all House Democratic leadership.
Members from all across the conference shared their support for this important bill.
In the Senate, though top leaders Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell are backing the deal, there are breaks in the ranks.
I have a lot of concerns about this agreement. It's about taking food away from people who are hungry.
I think the Biden-McCarthy debt deal is a disaster for the country.
A final vote is expected later tonight. The bill needs 218 votes to pass, so look for the White House and congressional Republican leaders alike to continue whipping up votes until the last minute. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Leading us to your viewer poll, will the U.S. default on its debt, yes or no? Okay, let's take a look. 14% of you say yes, it will, and the rest of you say no. We want to keep hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. You can also scan the QR code there on your screen. Judge Polly Spencer, the judge presiding over the Luther Hotel preservation case, is giving the estate another week to report information about what money was paid in attorney fees. The estate has now until June 6th to report the information. The judge's order was made during a virtual hearing yesterday. Former owner Jack Finley, as well as his sister, do not want to demolish the Luther. No word as to why investors want to demolish the hotel. A face-to-face hearing on June 22nd at the Matagorda County Courthouse hopefully will provide the accounting of the estate and maybe more answers. The time is now just about 6:46 on your Wednesday morning. So to come, the Food and Drug Administration has issued a warning about approved treatments for diabetes and weight loss. Okay, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Colin Farrell. The Banshees of Inisherin Oscar nominee is 47 today.
And happy birthday to rap superstar Waka Flocka Flame. All right, he's 37. To see your birthday wish live on 25 News on Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com, click on More Under Home, and then you'll see the KVU Submit Your Birthday.
And the time is now 6:46 on your Wednesday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today. We'll be right back.
25 News Now brings you Storm Prep 2023. Your First Warn Storm Team will take us through this year's hurricane predictions. Chief Meteorologist Mac Perez speaks with descendants of Indianola, a town that was wiped out from back-to-back hurricanes. Adarius McCormick explains just how simple evacuating really is. June 5th on KAVU TV at 6:30 p.m. Storm Prep 2023. Stream it live or on demand on Crossroads Today Plus. View it and our Crossroads Today YouTube page.
Good morning, good morning. Meteorologist Trey Mining here. Take a look at our weather this morning. Of course, very warm and humid throughout the day today. Again, in the summertime pattern, that's to be expected here at the almost June the 1st time frame. A few rain showers earlier this morning near Palacios and Port Lavaca down to Rockport and Seadrift. They're pretty much have gone now. A few remain south of Matagorda Bay, but they're having a hard time moving inland too much from the water surfaces because of a lot of dry air in the atmosphere around here, keeping the rain chances pretty much at zero for most of the day today. I'm thinking have to go up there in the Houston area, see some rain shower chances, and further east from there toward the Beaumont area and the East Texas Lakes area. For us here, keeping the rain chances at pretty much at zero for your day today. Maybe a little bit better chances for your day tomorrow as the dry air continues to move further out in the Gulf of Mexico away from us. 90 degrees today, mostly sunny skies and hot. Stay cool out there, my friends. Overnight lows will be upper 60s near 70 degrees, mostly clear and humid. Tomorrow, introducing that rain shower chance 20%, highs near 90. Isolated rain shower here and there. Extended forecast for us, high temperatures near 90 degrees each day, pretty much near normal for this time of year. Lows near 70 with a daily afternoon rain chance.
The Food and Drug Administration has issued a warning about approved treatments for diabetes and weight loss. The FDA issued the warning Tuesday about compounded versions of the drug semaglutide, which is sold under popular brand names like Ozempic, Rebellius, and Wegovy. Ozempic and Wegovy are on the FDA's drug shortages list. The FDA says when drug shortages happen, sometimes compounded or mixed versions of the drugs are prepared, but the agency has not reviewed those compounded versions for safety, effectiveness, or quality. The FDA says it's received reports of adverse events in people who use the compounded semaglutide. The agency advises patients to use the approved drug instead of the compounded versions when available. American Airlines says it canceled 0 flights over Memorial Day weekend. In a statement Tuesday, it says its mainline operation ranked first for completion. However, its regional carriers canceled 34 flights, but those were mostly due to weather. American is the world's largest airline in terms of workers, and positive news follows travel meltdowns at multiple carriers over Christmas and the last Memorial Day weekend. The TSA says travel over the holiday weekend surpassed pre-pandemic levels. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis kicked off his presidential campaign in Iowa on Tuesday. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis kicked off his presidential campaign in Iowa on Tuesday. He received an energetic welcome from the crowd at his first Iowa event as a 2024 presidential candidate. More than 500 people filled the Eternity Church auditorium, and during his speech, he spoke about Disney and book bans in Florida schools. Governor DeSantis will head to New Hampshire on Thursday and South Carolina on Friday. The head of U.S. Border Patrol is retiring in June after more than 30 years on the job. Chief Raul Ortiz is stepping down after one of the busiest years in the history of the agency. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas made the announcement in a statement released Tuesday night. Mayorkas thanked Ortiz for his state leadership and the operational expertise he exhibited over his 32 years of service. It's not clear who will replace him. Convicted murderer Leslie Van Houten, a follower of Charles Manson, could be a step closer to parole. A California appeals court reversed a 2022 decision from California Governor Gavin Newsom denying her release. Newsom's decision was in opposition to a recommendation from the California Board of Parole Hearings, which had recommended parole in her case. Van Houten is serving concurrent life sentences for her role in the murders of Leno and Rosemary LaBianca in 1971 at the direction of Charles Manson. Any parole would not be immediate, as Van Houten's attorney is predicting a lengthy legal battle to come. The bridge at FM 1686 at Lone Tree Creek will close for construction in June. That's in Victoria County. TxDOT is beginning a new project to replace the existing bridge. Construction is expected to take about 7 months, and drivers are urged to seek alternate routes. FM 1686 at Draw is also part of the road closures in June due to the bridge replacement. That roadway is expected to close for 1 week. SpaceX launched 52 more of its Starlink broadband satellites early this morning. The Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from California's Vandenberg Space Force Base at 2:02 a.m. That was the 14th launch for this particular booster. SpaceX now has launched more than 4,500 Starlink satellites, and more than 4,100 of which are currently active. Many more are expected to go up in the coming weeks and months, and the company already has permission to send 12,000 Starlink satellites to orbit, and it's applied for approval to launch another 30,000 on top of that. A colony of honeybees has taken over a gas station while in Texas. The bee removal company was called to Honeybee Patriot, a 7-Eleven gas station in Wichita Falls. Employees say the bees have called the place their home most likely for 3 years. Experts reminded people that bees are dangerous. If they feel threatened, they sting, and vibration from items as simple as outdoor equipment can agitate them. So crews ended up breaking down the building from the opposite side of the colony and used pollen to gather the bees. Once the bees were gone, they treated the area so other bees would not return. All right, we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And we have time for a final check of our forecast with Trey.
All right, thank you, Carolina. Take a look at what's going on currently. A few rain showers, well, pretty much out of the picture now in and around Port Lavaca and Calhoun County. A few more in the Gulf of Mexico south of Matagorda Bay, but not making much progress inland. Mostly dry throughout the day with dry air in place in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, that is, preventing rain shower chances today, but may not be the case tomorrow. 90 degrees today, definitely hot. Be careful out there and drink plenty of water if you're out and working in the afternoon. Overnight lows near 70 degrees, mostly clear skies and humid, of course. And then looking at your forecast for your day tomorrow, introducing a slight rain chance. Most of the dry air is moving out currently. It'll be out of the picture for your day tomorrow and setting the stage for better atmospheric conditions for rain showers for your day tomorrow, that is, with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. So you may want to keep that umbrella with you just in case. Extended forecast for us, highs near normal this year. And for this time of year, I should say, near 90 degrees. Lows near 70 degrees with few rain shower chances beginning tomorrow, taking us through the rest of the week into the weekend. So stay cool out there best you can and make it a safe one. Carolina?
All right, thank you so much, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join James, Don, Mac, Karina, and Gino today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.